In the world that you live in today, the word love implies basically so many things that most people don't like to use it other than to say, use it as a descriptive of a relationship they have with an individual. Yes, the Dalai Lama talks about love. Mm, Buddha talked about love. The Nazarene talked about love. But overall, and your religious people talk about love to some degree, but overall, most people don't see love as a methodology of existence or methodology of living at all. They see struggle, strife. They see assertion, defining, being able to assert yourself, getting confident. They see that as methodology of existence. They use terms such as only a fool rushes in, things of that nature. They have sayings and words that describe behavior patterns, all designed to, in effect, bring certain types of behaviors forward and negate certain other types of behaviors. And you'll notice that the behavior that gets negated the most is the behavior surrounding love. It is often said, for example, that when you love someone, you must sacrifice yourself. Turn the other cheek, as they say. But is that really love? So, what we're here to explore with you this evening is the concept of living from the perspective of love. And if you view it from where we're coming from, you'll find out that it's much easier than you'd anticipated. First, let's describe what we're talking about. Love has nothing to do with setting yourself aside. So it has nothing to do with turning the other cheek. It has nothing to do with putting the other person before you. It has nothing to do with trying to reduce yourself in some way. What we're suggesting here is that if you use the methodology of existence that we've described for the last 12 and a half years, which is basically the methodology of filling yourself with, seeing yourself as a cup and filling that cup with love until you overflow, you'll find that as a methodology of existence, it's pretty good. In fact, it'll expand your existence. So by that, what we mean is quite simply, is that you start taking care of yourself first. And when you see yourself being well taken care of, when you find that you have no longer the struggle, no longer the fear of lack, you'll find that what will happen is you'll start sharing that which you comes to you, the abundance that comes to you, the overflow, so to speak. Not to take away from yourself, not to reduce yourself, not to harm yourself, but simply to let the extra go around. When you start living that way, what happens is you start nourishing the love in others. You start giving people the awareness that love, as a methodology of existence, is a satisfying way of living. It's a satisfying way of creating expansion. It's a satisfying way of creating brilliance. And when that happens, people start to look at the lighter side of life, the brighter side of life. People don't always judge from the perspective of harm, but rather they'll look at life and see the benefits, the abundance that life can offer them. Of course, it has to start somewhere, so why not start with you? Each and every one of you, in your own way, has received abundance from the universe. The only thing that stops you from seeing that abundance as being a cup overflowing versus a cup not quite full yet is perception. Because to many degrees, each and every one of you has the ability of changing your perception about your life. about your circumstances, about your existence. And in so doing, you could find yourself in the change of perception, realizing the degree to which you are capable of expressing the abundance that's coming towards you. Each and every one of you is a cup that is overflowing. Oh, that doesn't mean that you wouldn't want more. But after all, if it's overflowing, it's because somewhere in your life you have more than you desire, and yet there's a willingness within you to share that more. Now, it may not be in all aspects of your life, but it's in many aspects of your life. At this stage, we would suggest to you that if you really want to expand your existence, to remove the veils of separation, it's to recognize that in living life from the perspective of love, you remove all layers, veils of separation, and you realize that as one with everything, you are everything, you are abundance, and love is just the natural extension of that abundance. Now, let's take questions for a moment, then we'll continue.